Baby, baby, baby. Woo! Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 12, reunion part 2. Baby, bloop! In my Nene voice, let's get going. This virtual reality reunion, I'm loving it. Andy is not playing with this mute button. Mute, 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 mute. So I was like, okay, come on through with the mute button, Andy, because that's what we need. So we're going to get into it. They talking to Cynthia about her friendship. I'm sick of Cynthia, wishy-washy Cynthia. She ain't, I'm just a friend, and I'm just not going to be put in between. If you don't like this friend, then you just don't like this friend. And if you don't like this friend, don't bring me in the middle of it. Just don't like each other. She's not going to stand for anything. This girl, literally, like, just and be done with it. That's all I got to say. Marlo, they're talking about Marlo as a Muntie. Everybody loves Marlo as a Muntie because it's so beautiful to see her being unselfish when it comes to somebody else. And they talked about, Andy was like, those boys slay every time I see them. They look good. But of course, Marlo is the label queen. She's not going to have anything less for her boys. If she's looking good, best believe they're going to look good too. On the show, when she's on her Instagram page, when she's out in public, those boys are together. And I just really like it. And she just talks about how great it feels to be a Muntie. And I'm like, cool. Kudos to you, Marlo, because a lot of people wouldn't have done that. And she did. And I really enjoy the fact that she is caring and she has a softer side. So, kudos to you, Marlo. Okay, so they jump over to Kia and Shamia. Kia and Shamia, they're talking about the text. Portia's saying, the texts were fake, and Kenya was like, no, they aren't fake. She sent me that text, and you can see Candy almost want to double dutch, jump in. I'm like, Candy, be quiet, shut up, because ain't nobody talking to you. And then Portia was like, no, okay, those texts weren't fake, but they are a month or so old. This is way prior to her having her baby. She said, so the day that her water actually did break and she had her baby, those aren't those texts. And she was like, I didn't want to check Kenya in that moment. And I don't know why they didn't have Shamia there. She's a friend of the family. She's a longtime friend of the family. Why she wasn't there to give her side? But Kenya stuck to the fact, no, they weren't. No, they weren't. She texted me on the day. And Portia was like, and see, I could have checked you in that moment, but because we were at my event, I didn't choose to do that. And so because I didn't do that, I waited on Shamia to tell me what was going on. And then Shamia confirmed to me that you were lying. And so she was like, that's all I needed from my friend. So Kenya just stuck to it. No, she texted me. You weren't being a good friend. And so Portia was like, girl, bye, whatever. So they move on to Kenya and Marlo. And they were talking about Marlo's event. And so Andy started really getting in Kenya's stuff. He was like, Kenya, how is it that you can mess with everybody else's stuff? Everybody else's event. But when it comes to your stuff, then you want to be the victim. And Andy was just being real. She was like, was it okay for Portia and Shamia to come to my event and drink water out of my bottles? And then Portia was like, I ain't drink the water out your bottle. That was Shamia. And then they was like, true. She was like, true. And so I was like, that is kind of true though. Portia laughed, but and then Kenny was like, it was a joke, it was funny, it was fun shade. And then Andy was like, was it truly fun shade for what you did to Marlo, or was that just being disrespectful? And then here go Kenya. I mean, not Kenya, but Candy. I wouldn't say it was fun shade. I said it was shady, but not fun. Candy, shut up. Because if somebody had did that to your event, you would have called the police and had them drug out, just like you did Portia for Ty's birthday party. Let's not forget that. And you didn't even know what was going on, but your people handled that. So we don't want to go there, because you ain't gonna let nobody come through your event doing no bogus mess like that, and then you over there, well, I mean, it was just shade. Not, like I said, I'm through with Candy. Candy, I'm through with her. I ain't got time for Candy because she two-faced. She want to act like she's so real, but she ain't. She really not. And I'm just not with it. So Kenya stuck to her thing. She was like, no, they talked about me. They talked about my mother not wanting me. Y'all didn't so they showed at the end of the event when Marlo did say, you wonder why your mom doesn't love you. So she did say it again, but I'm with Marlo. At that point, you done came in and messed up my event, sugar. It's no whole bar. Don't do something to me and then tell me how to get back at you. Because I'm going low. And Marlo went low. And Marlo like, I'm going to hit you where it hurt. You might have came in here and did all this on national TV. But I'm finna go and make sure that your day going to be messed up for the rest of the day. Because I'm going to let you know again, your mammy don't want you. And that's what Marlo did. So I ain't even mad at Marlo because you ain't finna come in there and disrespect my stuff like that. And then Nene kind of chimed in. And then you could tell Kenya was getting mad and frustrated because she really couldn't get at Marlo like she wanted to. So her and Nene had words. She gonna tell Nene, you the ugliest one here on this show. And I was like, why does it always have to go back to looks? Y'all are doing too much when it comes to looks. Y'all are beautiful black women. Stop letting this show constantly use y'all to bring us down. Just stop. I was just tired of it. But, you know, that's what they do to make the money. I can't take no money out of nobody's pocket. And if that's what you gotta do to get that check, then do it. So here go Messy Andy. He gonna ask Kenya, so it's okay for you to be messy with everybody else? Because he stayed on Kenya. And Kenya, she was taking them dots, she was ducking and dodging them shots. She was like, whatever. She just sat there like, whatever. It is what it is. What you gonna do about it? It was funny. But Andy, I said, look at this messy queen doing what he do best. Stir up the pot and get it going. So Andy moves over and asks Nene, do she still stand by the comment she made about Kenya and Mark, that it's karma, the way Kenya's marriage is turning out. Does she feel a little bad about saying it? And Nene was like, nope. And then Kenya busted out and said, do you feel bad about Greg sleeping with the help? I was like, not the help. I put a evil clutch my pearls. The help, now Kenya got on that, I was through. And Nene shut down. Nene was like, girl, whatever. You tell Nene was getting frustrated. I was like, come on now, queen. You supposed to be the queen. That HIBC. HBIC. My bad. But anyway, you supposed to be that. And you can't get none right now. They were dragging Nene all this episode. So it was funny. So baby, Nene had pushed the mute button on her own. She had got hit so hard by Kenny. So Nene was saying, while you talking about my husband sleeping with the help, who your husband sleeping with? Because we know it ain't you. I was like, point for Nick. Then Kenya hit the mute button, like, let me mute myself because I ain't got no comment. And then here's Kenya. Well, we're separated right now. We're not even together, so I don't know who he's sleeping with, and I could really care less. Kenya, you care. You hurt because he was messing off on you. You even said it. And even though you want to backtrack on it, you said he was messing off on you. And you know for a fact right now, pretty much he probably messing off on you again. But you want to act like, oh, we're separated. Y'all separated, so it's okay for him to go out and sleep with somebody else knowing that y'all separated, but let you tell it, y'all are in virtual counseling, as Andy said. Is it virtual? Is counseling? Is virtual? Oh, okay then. So, nah, we ain't going for that one. So, we come back and they talking about Tanya, and everybody to me, except for Portia, was like going at Tanya, and I was like, what's really going on? Now I'm gonna give it to Portia. Portia ride or die for her friend, and Portia did not let them gang up on their Garrett because Nene called Kenya bitch, and Kenya was like, really Nene, you call me a bitch? How classless. And Portia was like, girl, bye. And you call this girl, see you next Tuesday, and you gonna talk about classy? And you called this girl something worse than a BITC, which she did, you know, and Kenya didn't have a response for this. So I was like, go on, Portia. Portia not gonna, if you cool Portia cool with you, she got your back. And I can appreciate a friend like that. So they were talking about the cookie lady. And so Eva felt the need to jump in and was like, girl, I was there for you. When that girl came, I took you upstairs and I gathered you up. She said, no, because at the end of the day, you still sat down there in that mess and you ate that cookie. Talking about, them cookies was good and I was pregnant. There was some shade like, where you going with that? And then Kenya was still sitting there and it was like, well, what? And they was like, well, what if she had did that to you with the girl that Marcus texted with? That's a hoe. That's a hoe that he texted. And no, your husband is conversating or probably even having some type of relationship off the phone with somebody else. And you had to call to check the lady, which didn't stop anything, but you called yourself checking her. And Andy was like, but come on, Kenya. Now, Andy was putting Kenya's feet to the fire, but the other ladies were, heck, Cynthia. We found out that Cynthia in Canada told Tanya what was going on. So, in essence, it seemed like to me, Cynthia was pushed out there to get this whole thing started. Then when she realized what she did and what was about to happen and go down, she kind of had to backpedal out of it really, really quick. She was like, let me go tell Tanya what's going on. Now, she did say, I did not know Kenya was bringing the cookie lady. And she said, that upset me, but not once did you check Kenya for it. She said, well, I told Kenya I didn't appreciate it, but you didn't check her on camera like she checked. You see, that's another thing. You only friends with people. You being friends with people that ain't being friends with you. And I be riding with Nene on that. Kenya can do no wrong in you and Candy's eye. She do the same thing Nene doing, but then there's different rules for different people. And so Cynthia was like, I was just trying to, give her the heads up and this, that, and other. But we found out you invited her to your cookie shop for the info with Kenya. Then you invited her to the Bailey barbecue, but she didn't come. So you were the moving force behind a lot of this stuff. And then, Andy was like, the wig situation. And Kenya was like, I wear wigs over my hair for protective styles. And then here go Portia. Portia's like, girl, you been wearing wigs. Protective or not. She's like, my 28-inch hair. And everybody was like, girl, who cares? Kenya, you got long hair. So what? So what? That's all you have your claim to fame. Your Miss America title, USA, whatever you are. And your hair. And them contacts in your eyes. And like Nene said, your botched body. I mean, your husband don't like it. You got a beautiful baby. But you lonely, you miserable, you have nothing else to offer a man bring to the table but 28 inches of hair. And you sitting there, you the only one on that cast that ain't got nobody to snuggle up to at night. You have no points. You have no points. You have no dog in this fight. But, of course, Cynthia being the best friend she is, takes up for Kenya. And then they asked Candy about it because Tanya really felt like, Candy, you didn't help me. You didn't jump in. And you went through your own thing similar with Todd. And she was like, well, when I went with my stuff with Todd, I had to stand in. I had to accept it. I had to fight. She was like, girl, you got to fight for yourself. She was like, that's your responsibility. And Tanya looked at her like, wow. And I understand because Candy knew about all this too, but she didn't say anything. And her excuse was, it was off camera. Anything off camera is off camera. Anything on camera, I'll address it. But since I was not there, they didn't have me in the episode, they didn't talk to me about it on camera, it wasn't my place to say anything. And that was really messed up, Candy. Because, like your mama said, the people in the streets are talking, and y'all listening to people in the streets, and y'all going off of bull and crap. And if it had been something else with Todd, if they had set you up with, just like you with Todd up in a restaurant, you would have been hot and upset too, and you was wrong for that. So pretty much to me, they just threw Tanya under the bus, and I just really felt bad for her because I was like, y'all tried to set this girl up and destroy a good relationship all because Kenya was jealous. That's just pretty much what it was. Kenya, you was jealous. So Kenya want to talk about her mama. Don't nobody care about Mama Joyce. We know you take care of your mama, and Mama Joyce want to have nerve to be mad because people talking bad about her. Well, you talk bad about people, and then you don't have to be apologetic for it. Candy, you need to get your mama in check. If your mom can come on national TV and act a fool, then you ought to be able to put her in check, whether it be on camera or off camera. My mama, I wouldn't be taking care of my mama the way Candy takes care of her mama, and her mama come out on national TV and dog her. I ain't finna do it. You're not gonna be disrespectful to me, and I'm a grown woman. And I know you my mama, but if you're going to be acting like this, I'm cutting you out of scenes. You're not going to get no extra checks. And I'm just not going to have you involved. And that's what Candy needs to do. Because you over here ragging about how people need to stop coming for my mama. Your mama needs to stop. Just period. She needs to stop. She needs to stop coming at Todd. She needs to stop coming at you for your money. Stop coming at you for your relationship, your marriage, your kids. All that. She just needs to stop. And people kind of get sick of it. And if you're going to have her on the show and she going to still be doing stuff she doing, then people going to keep coming for her. End of the conversation. Your mama need to be put in her place, sit down, and she need to be quiet. Because she doing too much. Anytime somebody making you money, a whole restaurant, franchises, everything, making you money, then you want to call this man trash. But girl, bye. Candy, you and your mama need to kick several rocks. Because I'm about sick of it. But even Portia tried to jump in and defend Mama Joyce, talking about, you know, she just loved Candy. She's been protected. This, that. Portia, I get, like I said, when Portia your friend, she ride for you, she ride for you. And her and Candy are in a good space. So she's kind of, you know, riding. Because even Candy talked about, they asked Candy about, you know, Portia and Dennis. And Candy said she stayed out of it. I stayed out of it because me and Portia trying to get back to a good space, and I don't want to be a part of that. So I get it. You know, but Candy, you and your mama, I'm about sick of both of y'all. She need to go sit down somewhere. Or you need to start taking some of them zeros off of that monthly check you give her. Because she getting on our nerve. So they talk to Eva, and they talk about her and Marley and what's going on. And Eva's talking about Marley's, you know, dad. And how he actually came and petitioned the court to do the name reversal. And then she said he asked for child support, visitation right, and custody. And then he clowned so bad that he got arrested in court. So Kevin McCall, you know, she said he's crazy. And she just talked about their relationship and how detrimental it was to her. And how, you know, when they met, she was young, living life. And just being Eva, you know, Eva the diva, and she enjoyed it. And then she got in a relationship with a guy that just was, it was something where he was abusive, and then she just broke down. And I really felt her in that moment. And I'm not gonna say much about it because domestic abuse, whether it's physical or emotional, is a scarring event, and it travels with you throughout the rest of your life. And she had to leave the set, and it just changed the whole tone of the set because everybody, regardless of the crap, regardless of the mess that everybody had to say to everybody felt her in that moment. To the point where Kenya was like, can I go call her? And he was like, yeah, you know. And she was just like, I hate talking about him. Because I know talking about him, you know, I don't know why talking about him hurts her so much. I understand what happened, but you have a child with him. To me, it's no different than looking at your child and seeing him because she looks like her dad. But you love your daughter. And I think Eva just needs to go through some type of counseling or therapy to really break the bond of their relationship. And it's going to be kind of hard because your child is that bond as well. This man will forever be a part of your life. Because it may come a time in the future where Marley might say, I know what he did to you, Mom, but I want to know my dad. I want him to be a part. And you can't take that from her. So Eva needs to check herself and seek help for what she's going through. So if that time does happen, that she can kind of be prepared for it. So everybody felt her in that moment. And so they went back to Portia and asked Portia about her and Dennis and, you know, about the tape of him being out with the young ladies. And she said she knew the young ladies, but it still looked different. She knew he was going out, but she didn't know he was going out after that. And, you know, they talked about her moving too fast. She agreed. Yes, I did move fast. I'm a hopeless romantic. You know, I wanted the man, the child, the house, the life. She's a Southern girl. That's what she wants. And they showed clips of everybody, even Nene, talking about, they said that he was doing, you know, having sex with animals. And then they was talking about keeping puppies away from him and stuff like that. And it was really vulgar. And, you know, they even showed Kenya with her little flashback. Well, you know, maybe Portia needs to see what he means about doggy style. And that was Portia's point on why her and Kenya aren't cool. She said, we were cool until you did the confessional and the things that you said. And she said, well, everybody said something. Yeah, but I mean, it was kind of, Marlo said something. Candy didn't have anything to say about it because, like Candy said, we're building. I'm not going to do that. And Portia was like, but I don't expect anything less from these ladies. They go low and they hit low. So that was understandable. You know, she was like, but Kenya, don't act like you don't know why all of a sudden we are having issues. And so while they're going back and forth, and Nene interjects and compares Portia and Dennis' relationship to hers and Wendy. And she was like, Candy, you can see how can't you respect, the same thing. Candy's like, I know you're not trying to compare you and Wendy to Portia and Dennis. She was like, girl, so baby, when I tell you Candy and Nene got into it so tough to the point where Andy hit mute and they was still going, and even the ladies was like, cut, we can't hear you, cut, zip it. And they was just going in, and Andy was like, oh my God. And then, because Nene feels like Candy, well, Nene said that 2 people had already had show. No, people on the show kept getting spinoffs. And then Andy was like, well, there's only 1 or 2 people you're talking about, which is Candy and Kim Zolciak, which it should have been 3 because Portia had her own spinoff. But he used those 2, and I knew why he was doing it. And she said, so yeah, you were talking about me. And so Nene sarcastically was like, oh yeah, it was you, Candy. Yeah, girl, you stay on my mind like that to the point where I'm worried about you getting a spinoff show. She said, yeah, I stay on your mind. I'm embedded in your MF brain. That's where all that came from. And Nene was like, girl, bye. I ain't got time. Then, Nene started feeling the hot seat a little bit. So Nene gets so upset that she walks out. And I'm like, Nene, you can't be the head, be in charge. And every time, and even said, when the heat's in the kitchen, you have to get out the kitchen, baby. And Nene hit the door. You can see a little note. She had closed down. She was like, I'm out. And I was like, yeah, Nene, you are the one to go in order to jump up in this show. Kenya trying to make her move. Because really, Kenya's going to have to go at Candy at some point. Y'all mark my words. Kenya gonna have to go at Candy because they the next 2 in line, baby. So once you knock Nene out and you take Nene off the throne, where you gonna go from there? Ain't nobody next to climb over but Candy. So Kenya got to be real strategic in the way she handles it. But I mean, at the end of it, Nene walks out. It's like, okay, here we go again. I mean, it was good. They brought it. But Nene and all this walking out, I'm gonna need Andy to get that part under control. Either you tell her, since you walked out, and just put a big X where her face would have been on the screen, or just take her screen out. You left, you're not coming back, you didn't fulfill your contract, you don't get paid. What can you say? You need this money because you missed the first half of the season in filming, so you might want to come back. So we'll see where it goes next time. They're bringing Ivana in. Ivana from Clark. Okay. So, yeah. That'll be interesting. We're going to see what she has to say because from what it looks like, Nene is not going to be a part of that. But like I said, guys, like and subscribe. Tune into my channels. We're going to go over and do little files everywhere for Talk About It Tuesdays. Don't forget, if you want a stay-at-home party of 10 or less, or you're looking for some creative ideas, check me out at www.creativeconcepts-events.com. You can also check me out on my Instagram page, the one and only Creative Concepts, also on Facebook and Twitter. Let's not forget, guys, COVID-19, let's play our part. Let's social distance. Let's wash our hands. Let's wear our masks. Let's stay safe for those around us. And let's just do what's asked of us, which is play our part. I don't have anything else for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye. See you later.